Going down to check on my Eco Park fencing project. Yesterday we don't have work because Junelle was absent, so that was supposed to be day 6. So what the Deloy and Old Lito was doing was just pitching up materials ready for today. So this is now the day 6 because there's works done on the Eco Park fencing project. And so what I'd like to talk about as well is that yesterday, my video of Mai, I gave her details, and that because, as I said, my channel stand is I don't accept gifts, donations, paid memberships, Patreon, PayPal. I want you to send the help direct to Mai. But as of the moment, I got feedback that they tried to call her, but they cannot contact. So I'd like to see what is there, and I'm also gonna give her the help from a subscriber and let her read it. I printed it out on my computer, from my computer, and then I'll give her the details of the help sent to her. Then it has nothing to do with me, but I'll go and check with her later after I check with my fence project, because I could see that they're doing some work here. You can see the multi-cabs there carrying the sand, and the Lois mixing it up. So I want to see how far they have done since this morning, 8 o'clock. Here they are this morning. This is what they've done. 2 lines of blocks with 4 lots. This is the first one, and I'll just slowly go through because it's again raining heavy last night, so you can see that the earth are wet, and it was longer last time, 2 hours. So this is the second, and this is the third one, and the fourth one. So this is what they done this morning. You got the father and son, Julito and Junelle there, and then there's Deloy doing the mix. So we just carry the cement and sand from the my workplace up there and carry it in the multi-cab, so we don't leave anything here that can be stolen. So there's 4. Hopefully it will be looking longer. I'll go forward to make you get a view of the better how it looks like up here. So it's getting longer now. Hopefully, no, it's already Friday. That's our last day tomorrow. They're only going to be digging because it should have been done yesterday, but Junelle's absent. Like I said, I was hoping that we could reach one more phase. So if he's working tomorrow, it's just going to be digging. So while I'm here, I just have to check with Mai and give her the details of her first help that was sent email to me, the details of how she can claim it, and check on how can they contact her on the phone. Towards to see Mai and give her the details of the first help that she will receive from yesterday's video. So you can see from the road That's her kubo. And have you noticed it's very quiet on our roads today because we are on a hard lockdown. We cannot cross barangay to barangay. So it's only the neighbors are the one roaming around with their bikes here. And like I said, since my place is located between two boundaries of one barangay to another, I could pick up my materials in either place. And our problem will be if, the retailers of gasoline will run out because they can't get supply. So we won't be able to put on petrol on our stuff. So I'm now nearing May's place to see how she is. May! Ayo! Oh, May's in her house. I could hear the baby crying. This is May cooking dinner for her family, and so I'm giving her the details of the help that's sent by someone from America, so May can claim it. Unsay ID mong naamay?
Voters ID.
Pwede siya ang voter's ID. So she has a voter's ID that she can claim the help herself. So
Miss Ruth Tomol.
Okay. Thank you kay ma'am. Nya dili pa man nimo ma-claim ron may no. Kay kuan. We are still on lockdown, so May will just have to keep this until the borders of our barangay is open. Pasalamat niya ga.
Thank you, Miss Ruth Tomol. Thank you very much.
So that's how I'm gonna do it because somebody called May last night on her number. So you can actually call her on her cell phone. That cell phone is the family phone that was left by her mother here to call her because she's working. That's the cell phone. That's the cell phone that left on May's care, so that if any emergency, they can call her mother while working in the factory of effervescent oil. So this is May, and she's gonna keep it. She knows how to claim the Western Union because her boss before, when she was working as a helper, used to send her with authorization letter. And so she knows how to fill it up, how to claim it. No? Kabaw ka mo? I know. So she used to do it for her boss before and as a household help. So this is how it's gonna be. May is now having the cell phone by herself. You can call her on the number because someone was managing to call her last night, no? Si kinsa daw siya? David. So Mr. David called her last night and then will extend help as soon as the borders are open. Sige, May.
Thank you, Miss Ruth Tomol, for your donation and help for my two children.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So I've given May the details of the help from Miss Ruth Tomol. Then she knows how to sort it out because she used to work as a house helper before she got pregnant with her first child. And the boss used to send her by authorization to claim money from Luliers. So she know how to fill it up. And so she's so happy with it because that means that she can buy vitamins for her children. That's what she told me because she wants them to taste vitamins. Going back down to check on my fencing project in the Eco Park, I gave May this morning the printout of the help from Miss Ruth Tomol. And an hour ago, I had a text from the local sari-sari store here, apparently because May cannot get the Western Union help that's sent to her, but use the printout as a guarantee so she can get food for her children. She's getting milk, eggs, and meat. That's our biggest sari-sari store around the area. So she just texted me to confirm that if it's true. So I told her it's true. Then she gave my a credit for that. So Miss Ruth Tomol Thank you very much. Because the woman of the in the sari store that owns the sari store said that Mama was so grateful because it gives them food for this time. Because it's really hard because we can't even get down to another barangay to purchase anything. We are now on hard lockdown, and people like my sometimes the people that she's washing clothes from is from another barangay, and so she don't have any earnings at all. And so that's a big help for her, that one that you sent, Miss Ruth Tumol, because it does give her the guarantee now as a credit in the shop. So for sure her children won't, her and her children won't be hungry for a few weeks. So here we are on the fencing project. So this is what they have done so far. It's almost 2 o'clock, but they're almost done. So what Junel's gonna be making next will be to make the forms for the columns in between. So you can see that it's on the same level as the first 3 lots that he done, and on this end it's just only around 3 files because it has to be in the same level as it's in there. Wala day inayagan. Aw kana diha. Aw kana diha dedong. So they're on the last few blocks. So far it's already used 6 cement. So they have done the file and needs a few more muck, but they decided to just make the forms for the columns so they can make the muck all at once. Just needs one more here, and is now starting to get the columns in, the forms for the columns. So far we've used like 6 bags of cement, and it's only like 3 levels on this one, because if it's like the 4th lines over there and in line with that one, it becomes 3 file of hollow block here. It's just been adjusted. So from 4 lines there, next one was 4, and then the next one was 3, and then going through here is just about 3, but the muck is higher. You got half hollow blocks on that one because it's all be leveled up to the end from the start to here. So the new line of blocks uses 90 pieces of hollow blocks. Right to the end, I also counted what's lacking there. So from this level, 90 pieces of hollow blocks and 6 bags of cement so far. So we're gonna be pouring each column on the side. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then fill up. You might use another 2 more bags of cement, so that's 90 pieces of hollow blocks, and that will be around total of 8 bags of cement just for today on the piling of hollow blocks. So I'll just go here on the side because it's really hot. So they got an app. You can hear my dogs barking to get the vibrator, get the materials for forming these columns, more plywood I think, so they can continue on. And also I was contemplating if I think it's better I could assess on if you're sending any help to my I could just print out the details and give it to her like I did for Miss Ruth Tumol. Anyway, she still be the recipient, she still be the one picking it up, so I'm out of the question. All I'm doing right now is just giving her the details, because I got some feedback that they cannot contact her on her phone. But my mind was telling me this morning that there's someone who called her rather, and it's David. Mr. David, he said, called last night, so he was able to contact her by the phone. So if you're calling, let's just remind you that if you're calling from abroad, you have to add +63, and that's the code of the Philippines before the number, and don't include the 0. The 09 was something. So just call +63, then the 9-digit number of, the 10-digit number of my. And then you can call her, talk to her if you want to, because someone was able to talk to her last night. So that is a great help for her. I think any help can, like, she's saving every single penny of her earnings, and she will be doing the same thing with your help, because they grow up, these children, the my siblings, they grow up with nothing, just like that. They've been living like that for so long. But that's why some people judge her that you should have not been following the step of your parents, because you should have achieved more, not just living the same thing and having children. So some don't feel sorry for her. Some are blaming her for her misfortune. But that's people. You can't please everybody. But more, I am helping her because I feel sorry for her children. It's not their fault. And also for her, because my mom was only a child, like when she had her first child. And so I think this is much more on guidance, and if I have time and see her, I'm trying to encourage her, like, try when you have time, the children grow up. There are schools that the government offer where you can learn skills like TESDA, learning to sew, learning to do parlor work, saloon, any other skill, because that's free. Anyway, you graduated high school, so you can see she's trying to enhance her English. When I interviewed her this morning, so because I said, good that you're speaking English after the interview. So my mother said that, why don't I practice